So, you know that feeling, right? That constant, totally exhausting search for happiness? That sense that you're always on a hamster wheel, just running and getting nowhere? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down why that happens and look at a powerful and maybe even surprising way to find the peace we're all really looking for.
I mean, does this sound familiar? You think to yourself, okay, if I can just get that promotion or that new car or just finish this one last project, then I'll finally be able to relax and feel happy. But what happens? The second you get it, your mind has already jumped to the next thing. It's this crazy cycle that just keeps you feeling restless all the time.
And this quote, man, it just nails it. The whole idea that your real happiness is always waiting for you somewhere in the future, it isn't just a mistake, it's a trap. It's a stress scam. It's a script our minds have been running for years, and honestly, it's the main thing driving all our stress.
Okay, imagine this. Life is like a train, and it's moving forward at its own pace. You're on that train. But instead of just enjoying the ride, you're sprinting down the aisles, through all the carriages, thinking you're going to get to the destination faster. But here's the thing. The train is moving anyway. Your frantic running, it's totally optional, and it's the source of all your anxiety. So when you're always chasing the future like that, your mind gets stuck in what we can call the not enough yet mode. It's this state of, well, permanent dissatisfaction. You stress through school to be happy at your job. You stress at your job to be happy in your relationship. Your poor nervous system never, ever gets a break. It's just stuck in overdrive, constantly bracing for the next hurdle, the next big chase.
So, how in the world do we break out of this cycle? Well, the answer is in this huge shift in your mindset. It's about moving away from chasing things outside of you to cultivating a powerful desire for peace on the inside.
But let's be super clear about what we mean by burning desire. This is not that hyper, fleeting excitement you get for a new phone or a vacation. No, this is a deep, steady, inner conviction. It's this quiet, unwavering commitment to finding your own inner peace, your own wisdom, right here, in this moment.
So, look at the difference. On one side, you've got that hyper-excitement, it's all over the place, it's fleeting, and it depends on things outside of you, your job, the Wi-Fi, your lunch, and it always leads to burnout. But on the other side, you've got inner conviction. It's steady, it's focused, and it's anchored right inside you, acting like an internal guide through all of the chaos of the world.
And this inner conviction, it really does become your internal GPS. So when life gets messy, when things get bumpy, this GPS doesn't freak out. It keeps you pointed towards our calm, and it lets you navigate all those challenges without tying your self-worth to the outcome.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you make this a reality in your life? Let's get into the toolkit you can use to build this inner conviction and literally rewire your mind for peace.
First things first, you've got to understand what you're up against. Think of your mind as the world's most aggressive marketing agency. It is constantly running these little ads, telling you, hey, this next product, this job, this partner, this achievement, this is the one that will finally fix everything. The very first step is just to recognize these ads for what they are. They're just thoughts. They're not truths you have to buy into.
And here is an incredibly powerful tool to help you do that, a structured, 4-stage meditation. Step 1 is discernment, learning that you are not your thoughts. You're not your body, you're not your circumstances. Step 2, you master your breath. That's your anchor. Then you move to passive awareness, which is all about letting go of the need to do anything. And finally, you can reach self-absorption, this amazing state of just pure presence, where you can simply be calm and clear. Now, this is where it gets really cool. Let's look at how this practice actually changes people's lives in real, everyday situations. Because this isn't just some abstract idea, it has real, tangible effects.
So take Steven's story. His daughter gets a flat tire. Okay, fine. But it's for the 4th time in just 6 weeks. Now, the old response might have been frustration, stress, maybe anger. But what did he do instead? He started laughing. He just saw how absurd the whole situation was and chose humor over anxiety. That's the practice in action, right there. Or look at Denny's experience, which shows how this works in our relationships. He felt his ego just totally flare up during a conversation. But instead of lashing out, he recognized the real root of that feeling. It was his own attachment to how things should be. And the moment he truly understood that, the negative feeling just dissolved in seconds.
And then there's Samir, who caught himself feeling jealous when he started comparing his life to some old friends. Now the feeling still popped up, That's just human. But the key difference was his recovery time. Because of his practice, he was able to spot the jealousy, understand where it was coming from, and let it go incredibly fast, instead of letting it ruin his whole week.
So you see, all these pieces, the mindset shifts, the meditation, the daily practice, they all come together to build that reliable internal compass we've been talking about. You know, when it comes down to it, this whole journey is about one fundamental shift in perspective. Most of us spend our lives trying to control the waves. We want life to be smoother, easier, less choppy. This practice teaches you to shift your focus entirely. You stop trying to fix the waves, and instead you realize that you are the entire ocean, already vast, already deep, and already whole.
All right, so let's do a quick recap of the main points. Number 1, chasing future happiness is a total trap that just creates stress. The fix: cultivate that burning desire, that steady inner conviction for peace. You can do this with tools like mindset shifts and meditation to really rewire your brain. And over time, this whole practice builds an inner GPS that lets you navigate life with a whole lot more calm and resilience.
So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to chew on. Take a second and ask yourself, honestly, where have you secretly parked your happiness? Is it in a future job? Is it in a relationship? A certain bank account number? Just recognizing where you've parked it, well, that's the very first step to finally bringing it home, right inside yourself, where it belongs.